I want to talk to you about USPS shipping business mail 101. Okay. So here is getting started. When you think about business mail 101, I want you to think about a USPS tool for beginning or infrequent mailers that will help you actually harness the power of mail for your business or organization overall. So the cool thing about the USPS Business Mail 101 is that you have the ability to get things done real fast. Okay, so getting started, the thing is that when you think about this program, if you are a first-time mailer or want a refresher, let's say a refresher course on commercial mail, you actually have the ability to get things done real fast. So if you go to the appropriate website, there is a website for actually shipping business mail through USPS. When you go to their website, you can learn how to qualify, for instance, for business, in other words, commercial rates. You can find resources to help you prepare your mail. You can learn how to design a mail piece, and you can find out how to get an address list. You can also choose the right postage method for your mailings. Everything depends on your mailing, okay? Now, what is commercial mail? Let's quickly talk about that. Now, the term commercial mail refers to larger quantities of mail prepared for mailing at reduced postage. So, when you hear the term commercial mail, you are speaking about commercial first class mail and advertising mail called USPS marketing mail. Okay, and commercial prices are available for other classes of mail. Okay, and commercial prices are lower than single piece prices. Single piece means you pay the full postage price. When you put a stamp on a letter, when you are paying the single piece postage, and many mailers pay a single piece postage even though they are doing large mailings. Okay, and and commercial prices are pretty good in terms of saving you in the long run. So in order to mail at commercial prices, you need to get a mailing permit, permission to mail, and pay an annual mailing fee for each class of mail, first class mail and USPS marketing mail. You need to pay postage using one of several convenient methods: pre-canceled stamps, metered postage, or permit imprint. You can make smart choices about the size, shape, and weight of your mail piece. You can ensure that your addresses are accurate. You need to pre-sort the mail pieces, separate or sort your mail by zip code, and you can take your mail to the post office where you hold your mailing permit. Okay. In terms of minimum quantities for a commercial business mailing, to qualify, actually you must mail a minimum number of pieces. Okay, 500 pieces of first class mail, 200 pieces or 50 pounds of mail for USPS marketing mail, 50 pieces for parcel select, 300 pieces for pre-sorted or carrier route bound printed matter, 300 pieces of library mail, and 300 pieces for media mail. So that's something really good. Now let me talk to you about the prices here. We are still having a conversation about USPS shipping business mail 101. Okay, so you have postage prices. So the U.S. Postal Service actually going to help you get a low value, like a low amount, to pay a low amount for your postage. Now, a postage price is more than a number, right? A price, really, when you think about it, at least from a USPS point of view, this is really the balance between the value and service you get from the Postal Service and the amount of work you are willing to do to prepare your mail. And the USPS offers commercial prices because you do some work that otherwise would have to be done by the Postal Service. For example, sorting the mail by zip code or taking your mail to a certain postal facility. So everyone benefits from this work sharing. Think about it. It's a win-win situation. So postage prices can be based on a number of factors. So you have the content, what class of mail is it? The size, how big is your package? The ship, is it a letter, flat, or a parcel? The weight, how heavy is it? Is the whole thing? The distance the mail travels, so how far is it going? The quantity, how many pieces do you have? Non-profit status. So if your organization qualify for non-profit prices, you are paying less. Also, you have to think about the speed of delivery. So priority mail express, priority mail, or first class mail. And also the mail entry point. In other words, the destination entry prices. So that's really important to think about it that way. Now, ship and size affect prices. Different postage prices apply to postcards, letters, large envelope, flats, and parcels. In general, the bigger your mail piece, the more it will cost to mail, okay? And weight also affect prices. Distance also affect prices. And finally, quantity. Quantity will affect prices big time, especially if you are actually shipping in an infrequent manner, like you're not shipping frequently. Now, in terms of mail entry point, the destination entry prices, the postal service actually offers a lower prices for a mail that is transported by the mailer to certain kinds of postal facilities. So generally, the closer you take the mail to its final destination, the less postage you pay, right? So that's kind of that's and that really helps you too save in the long run. So when it comes to USPS shipping business mail 101, what are the classes of mail you need to really pay attention to this year? So you have a Priority Mail Express, you have Priority Mail, you have First Class Mail, periodicals, you have USPS Marketing Mail, and you have Package Services and USPS Retail Ground. So when you think about Priority Mail Express, this is anything mailable, letters, merchandise, or have you, okay? So there is no minimum weight. The maximum weight here is 70 pounds. Then you have Priority Mail. There is no minimum weight. The maximum weight, again, is 70 pounds. So the required marking should be Priority Mail. All matter that is mailable by air transportation can be mailed as Priority Mail. Some things must actually be mailed as Priority Mail or First Class Mail, including handwritten or typewritten material, bills, statements of accounts or invoices, credit cards, personal correspondence, a letter to grandma, for instance, personalized business correspondence, a handwritten letter to your customer, all matters sealed or otherwise closed against inspection. Okay. You also have first class mail, so the maximum weight here is 13 ounces. Over 13 ounces, first class mail becomes priority mail. So the letter maximum weight is 3.5 ounces, and minimum quantity to mail at commercial prices, 500 pieces. So first class mail includes cards, letters, flats, and parcels that weigh 13 ounces or less. And you also have periodicals, so there is no minimum weight. The maximum weight here is 70 pounds. So the periodicals class of mail is designed for newspapers, magazines, and other periodical publications whose primary purpose is transmitting information to an established list of subscribers or requesters. So periodicals must be published at regular intervals, at least 4 times a year, from a known source of publication and be formed of printed sheets. There are specific standards for circulation, record keeping, and advertising limits. There are special lower postage prices for nonprofit, science, or let's say science of agriculture, and classroom periodicals. And finally, you have USPS marketing mail. There is no minimum weight. The maximum weight here is less than 16 ounces, and the minimum quantity is 200 pieces or 50 pounds of mail. And finally, by the way, this one of the final. The final was package services and USPS retail ground. The maximum weight here 15 pounds for bound printed matter, and 70 pounds for USPS retail ground, media mail, and library mail. So something to really think about. Let me talk to you about mail characteristics here. So when you think about USPS shipping business mail 101, what is mailable? Let's have a conversation about that. I've already told you that the size and shape of your mail piece will affect the price you pay, right? So what is mailable here? Not everything. Some items cannot be mailed for legal and safety reasons. Some items are mailable but only in limited quantities with special packaging. So fraudulent information and pornographic materials are not mailable. So it is your responsibility as a mailer to ensure that you do not mail anything that can injure postal employees, postal equipment, or customers' mail. Okay, very important. So we are speaking about hazmats, so hazardous, restricted and perishable mail, and also mail that's written and that's actually in a written and graphic matter. So what about the size and shape here? Well, the USPS separates all mail into one of four size categories: postcards, letters, large envelopes known as flats, and parcels. Okay, so there are minimum and maximum sizes for every category. So the mail piece shape will play an important role. So the shape of your mail piece can determine the price you pay. And in some instances, certain shapes like squares and tubes are charged a higher price because those pieces must be processed manually. And you also have barcodes. So a barcode is a series of long and short bars that represent zip codes, zip plus 4 codes, and delivery addresses. So the Postal Service uses automated equipment that reads the barcode to process and sort mail. So at the Postal Service, the barcode tells staff where to deliver your mail. So that's kind of cool. Now there are different kinds of barcodes for different aspects of the mail, such as the purchase of extra services like USPS tracking or registered mail. You also will notice that tray and sack labels have barcodes on them, and all of these barcodes have different functions and must meet certain specs so that the Postal Service can read them correctly. Okay, so that's really critical from an accountability point of view. You also have automation. So automation letter or flat size mail is mail that is 100% barcoded using an intelligent mail barcode encoded with the correct delivery point routing code and prepared for the Postal Service high-speed mail processing equipment. So that's really important. Let me talk to you about addressing here. When you think about USPS shipping Business Mail 101, addressing is really important. So there are two steps you need to really pay attention to here. You want to get an address list, and you want to check the addresses to make sure they are accurate and apply them to your mail pieces. So in terms of getting an address list, there are many keys to a successful mailing. So knowing what your message is, knowing who your audience is, and getting your message delivered to your audience, right? If you don't already have an address list to your message, then you need to put together, buy, rent, or even rent a mailing list. Now, the Postal Service does not keep a database of residential or business customers and does not sell address lists. Okay. However, the Postal Service has products and services that will help you as a mailer check and standardize your addresses. For instance, whether 123 Main is a street, avenue, or drive, and keep your list up to date. For example, providing ancillary services to let you know if addressees have actually moved. So that's pretty good. You need to check the accuracy of your address list because you do not want the mail to be actually lost. Okay, and you have a lot of ways you can use USPS.com to check the zip codes in your list. You can process your address list through CAS certified software. You have a address list correction services. You also have NCOA Link, which is a licensed vendor that will run your mailing list through special software that updates addresses for your customers who have actually filed a change of address with the postal service. Also, think about the delivery address. Okay, I'm showing you on the screen here the right format for delivery address. So Jane L. Miller Associates, the address, and the town. So you got to really follow this format, okay? Because this will help the USPS get things done real fast. Also, the return address has to be in the same format, okay? Now there are special address services, like if you want address service requested, return service requested, change service requested, forwarding service requested, or electronic service requested. But this will depend on your specific needs. If you think about USPS shipping Business Mail 101, let's talk about paying postage, okay? I want to talk about permits and postage here so it will be clear for you to understand that the Postal Service has 3 different ways for you to pay postage for commercial mailings. And so you have pre-canceled stamps, postage meter, PC postage indicia stamps, and you have permit imprint. So when you think about pre-canceled stamps, those are special stamps that come in small denominations and are specifically for pre-sorted first-class mail and USPS marketing mail mailings. As a mailer, you apply these special stamps to envelopes and at a lower postage price, say 15 cents, and pay the difference when you drop off the mail at the post office. The business mail entry unit clerk can help you fill out your postage statement to calculate how much you still owe. And you pay that difference with a check, a meter strip, or through a postage account, okay? So pre-canceled stamps are available in various non-denomination and colors from the following classes of mail: pre-sorted first-class mail only, pre-sorted first-class postcards only, regular USPS marketing mail only, and non-profit USPS mail marketing only. You also have postage meters and PC postage. Those products allow you to print postage indicia directly onto your mail pieces or onto a meter tape or labels, which you can then apply to your mail piece. And postage meters and PC postage products are collectively identified as postage evidencing systems. Both are a very convenient way to pay for postage and track postage costs for your business or organization. So that's important. And if you already have a poster meter or a PC postage account and you are starting to do commercial mailings, using your postage evidencing system could be also a smart choice, and that's what you want to have anyway. And finally, you also have a permit imprint. So permit imprint is the most popular and convenient way to pay for postage, especially for high volume mailings. Instead of using pre-canceled stamps or a postage meter, the mailer prints postage information in the upper right corner of the mail piece, and this postage block is called an indicia. So I'm showing you on the screen here an example of what a permit imprint indicia looks like. So that's kind of cool. And so you also have a mailing permit and also an annual mailing fee to actually account for. So let me talk to you quickly about sorting your mail. So if you think about USPS Shipping Business Mail 101, you have to understand that once your mail piece has been designed, printed, and addressed, you are ready to sort your mail, right? And so there are 4 major steps you still need to go through. You want to get supplies, very important. You want to sort the mail. You want to prepare the containers of mail, and you want to fill out a postage statement. So you want to get supplies. So you'll need supplies to sort and prepare your mail. You can pick up most of these supplies during normal business hours at the business mail entry unit, the place at a post office where mailers drop off business mail, and a BMU clerk will help you find exactly what you need, okay? So you have things like trays, tray sleeves or lids, bundle labels, container labels, labeling lists, quick service guides, okay, postage statements. So that's kind of important. So once you have all your supplies, you are ready to sort your mail. So in terms of pre-sorting your mail, as a mailer, you can choose to pre-sort your mail because it results in lower postage. Because you are doing some of the work, it costs the postal service less money to process and deliver those pieces of mail. So they will pass those savings to you in the form of commercial postage prices. Basically, pre-sorting means grouping mail by zip code. All of the pieces go to the same destination, actually will get grouped into the same bundle or tray. You will sort to specific areas and then work your way up to more general areas. All leftover mail pieces are combined together. So that's kind of cool. You want to prepare the containers of mail, okay? So that's important for you to make sure that you check that each tray has the correct label, size, and destination on it. You want to slide the correct sized sleeve over each letter tray. You want to secure each tray with a single strap around the length of the sleeved tray. That's important for you to really have a clear idea of what's really happening for your business mail in the first place. And you also want to fill out a postage statement, right? So once your mail is prepared and all of the trays are sleeved and strapped, you'll be ready to fill out a postage statement. And this statement is a special form produced by the Postal Service that documents the number of pieces in your mailing and the postage price that you are paying for those pieces. It also includes spaces for your company name and permit number. Let's talk about getting to the post office here. So when you think about USPS Shipping Business Mail 101, after the mail is sorted, the containers are prepared, the postage is calculated, and the postage statement is filled out. You are ready to take your mail to the post office, okay? So where should you actually drop off your business mail? I said this before, but it's at the BMU, okay? The Business Mail Entry Unit. This includes all first-class mail, USPS marketing mail, packaging services, and many mail paid with permit imprint. You cannot give business mail or permit imprint mail to a letter carrier or deposit it in a collection box, okay? You must take your mailing to the post office where you hold your mailing permit. And so for most mailers, this will be your local business mail entry unit. But if you are in a small town, you may have to take your mail directly to the retail window. And that's really good. And what to take with you to the post office? Well, you want to have all your mail, count your containers, complete and send your online postage statement electronically, or if using hard copy, bring your signed and dated postage statements. You want to have supporting documentation, in other words, your tally sheets or a printout from pre-sort software. And you want to have a check or cash to cover any additional postage due, okay? So that's really important. So what happens at the post office? Well, the clerk checks to make sure you have prepared your mail properly. The clerk will open at least one of your trays to check your mail for eligibility of contents, marketing and endorsements, sortation, postage payments. Okay, so that's important from an accountability point of view, but also from a flexibility point of view. So as a checklist, if you think about USPS Shipping Business Mail 101, decide on a class of mail, create your mail piece, get an address list, check the accuracy of your address list, address your mail, choose a postage payment method, get a mailing permit, pay an annual mailing fee, right? Get supplies, and sort your mail. So when I speak about sorting your mail, prepare the containers, trays, and sacks, fill out a postage statement, go to the post office to get things done real fast. So here's a coda. In today's conversation, I spoke to you about USPS Shipping Business Mail 101. I spoke to you about getting started, the prices, the classes of mail, the mail characteristics, addressing. I spoke about paying postage, and I spoke about sorting your mail. And finally, I gave you the indication when it comes to getting to the post office, as well as the checklist. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.